I was wearing this piece the whole for for quite a lot of today, and it made me realize how much I love this. So I want to feature this piece today. I've talked about this before, but in the category of my clothes, 30% basic, 30% wow basic, and 30% wow, I would say this is a bit more of a 30% basic. It's a very, very simple top. It's it's just a top with a little bit of a thick mock turtleneck. So it's kind of like a turtleneck, but because it's so soft, it kind of just falls around your neck and it creates a very nice illusion, almost like when you have a hoodie and you have this fabric that gathers around your neck. It's kind of semi-casual, so it doesn't look too formal, too put together. And maybe if I could put this as a 30% wow because that's the wow factor. It's not just a basic piece of top. Now, this is why I love this so much. It's this cream, very, very, very light top. And the fun thing is it's 85% silk and 15% cashmere. It's just the most interesting weave that I have experienced it just because it's 85% silk, right? And silk has this very interesting property where you get cold when it's hot and you get warm when it's cold. So it's very light and airy in that sense. And because it's 15% cashmere and is woven in a way, I'm not going to wear it now, but it can be a bit sheer. So it's actually very, very cooling. You imagine that because it's 15% cashmere and it has this knit fabric and knit kind of feeling to it, it might be quite warm, but not at all. I've worn this around Singapore, and Singapore is very, very hot. It, I mean, you have to choose your time wisely. You have to choose it on windy days or night times or sunsets because it's a very nice top. It just kind of because it's so light. It's silk. It's because of the silk. It is extremely, extremely light, and it kind of just contours around your body. I love the way it fits me. I love the way it hugs my body, and because it's 15% cashmere. Oh my goodness! Again, there's something about cashmere. It's just so soft. It's so soft. I could sleep in this all day, but I would not because it's cashmere and silk. And cashmere is just something you don't want to sleep in too much because I've had a cashmere. I still have my cashmere jumper. It's amazing. I love it so much. I really abuse it by wearing it everywhere I go all the time. Wear it to sleep sometimes because it's just the softest thing. But with pieces like this, you kind of need to let them rest. So I'm aware and I'm not going to, abuse this piece now and wear the crap out of them. So this beautiful piece silk cashmere blend. And I've always been wanting to figure out how to wear cashmere more in summertime. It's very difficult. It's impossible. Cashmere is just really warm. But this kind of silk blend makes it perfect to wear it like a resort wear or spring breezy days. Love it. I've worn this out a few times in Singapore. So I like the cut. I like that it doesn't it doesn't seem like anything when you just pull the top up, but it fits my body like a glove. Not the hugging kind of way, but it just kind of drapes and flows to really like a piece of cloth that you piece of light cloth, yeah, that you put on the sculpture, and then as you unveil it and pull the cloth away, the cloth kind of just flows with the outlines of the sculpture. And I feel like that every time I wear this. Today I was cycling because I was going to run some errands, and I was wearing this top and then cycle down the river. It was beautiful because it was not a very hot day. It was sunny, blue skies, but it was not hot, hot. Like the sun was not in your face. And they had a bit of a breeze, plus I was cycling, so it just kind of hugged my body as I cycled down. Beautiful. I like this kind of clothes. I have figured it out. I like this kind of flowy clothes. If I ever buy clothes again, which I'm not gonna buy anytime soon, that's the kind of clothes I want to buy. Okay, so enough said. Let's talk a little bit more about the construct of this. So it is a knit weave, and yeah, it's very similar to like knitwears. I do like that because you can see that it's quite light. And it's meant to be light. It's not one of those dense knits that you have as a winter jumper, because those you have to be dense, otherwise, you get a it's very cold in wintertime. But this is meant to be worn in spring, autumn time. So because of that, it makes sense that the weave is just a lot lighter, and it's quite sheer. This is by a Japanese brand, and it's not like a big famous brand or anything. It's called Natural. Oh, from my research, what I've understood is that they focus on producing very high quality pieces, but basic slash basic wow pieces. And they manufacture it in China. However, because that was the thing that I was quite concerned about when I bought this in Japan. And in Japan, you want to buy things that's made in Japan. But I went to Google them and did a bit more research about them. As much as this is made in China, and there's this tag that says so, well, the thing with this company is that they have complete vertical integration. So it's not that they outsource to some random factory in China. It's that they have their own factories in China, because in China you can get silk and you can get very good cashmere too. You can get good silk in Yokohama, but Yokohama is more famous when it comes to processing silk than sourcing silk. The best silk, they're all in China. So it makes sense now that this company they focus primarily on cashmere pieces, and it makes and natural fiber in general. And then it makes sense that they did a vertical integration to integrate into China and have factories there, so that it reduces the cost of production, at the same time really be able to source the high quality products. So they have a shop that's on Q10, I think QOO or Q10, something like that. And you could buy the pieces over there, but it's not like those big boutique brands like a Loro Piana kind of thing. So I feel like I like it. I like it because it's very under the radar. It's very subtle, but when you wear it, you just look you just look expensive. Let's put it that way. Now, how do I care for this? So, well, you need to wash it in 30. So what I do is I hand wash. I'm pretty sure you can send it to the dry cleaner, but I just hand wash it. So I hand wash this in 30 degrees Celsius. What I do is now I have cashmere silk specific laundry detergent, but usually I just use baby shampoo, because things you can use for baby, you can definitely use for hair of an animal. And then you can iron it, so medium heat, and then um yeah, because I hand wash it anyway. So I just hand wash this as a single piece, and of course lay flat to dry. Again, because it's silk and cashmere, when it comes to silk and cashmere, always lay flat to dry. And I know this whole thing about ironing it, because I have a steamer. I don't I don't know. In my experience wearing this many, many times now, I don't need to iron it. Actually, for a lot of my cashmere, maybe that's not a thing to say out loud. But for all my cashmere, I never iron it. You just kind of lay it flat there, and then it kind of springs back into shape somehow. So even with the cashmere coats that I have, like a wool cashmere blend coats, especially if I fold them into the suitcase, when I take it out, there are lines. But all I do is just hang it up, let it hang for a night, and then the wrinkles and creases just kind of goes away. I don't know how they do it, but it's amazing. And the last thing I love about this, other than the drape, the silhouette, blah blah blah, there's the softness, all of that. I like that it is the natural fiber basically helps with this, what's it called? Because it does be, what is it called? It basically your bacteria doesn't stick on it and it doesn't stick. Like it's a natural deodorant kind of piece. To be fair, like I'm not someone who needs deodorant because I don't have that gene that creates body odor. So I never use deodorant all my life. I just do not have that gene that requires deodorant. However, when I'm cycling, when I'm cycling to run my errands and you're just trying to come home ASAP, of course I will perspire. And and then it gets a little wet at the back from perspiration. All I do is take it out, just hang it and air it, like lay flat, let air it, and then there's no smell anymore. It's crazy. And I'm not a disgusting person. My house is clean 4 times a day, and then there is someone who comes to clean once or twice a week. I am very, very particular when it comes to cleaning. So I'm a very, very clean person. And I care about my garments tremendously. I go and learn a lot about how to care about my garments. So I'm a very clean person. And the thing about cashmere and silk is that you don't want to wash them too many times. So ideally, you wash them for like cashmere knits. Usually you just wash them per season. So after the season ends, wash them, store them, and then you're good to go. Because the natural material just repels water, and it also doesn't like bacteria just doesn't stick on it, as opposed to polyester. Bacteria sticks on polyester, and polyester stinks. Natural fiber, absolutely nothing. Seriously, it I don't know. Maybe I am a normal smelling person, and it doesn't smell bad at all. But magical, magical. It's my one of my favorite pieces. I'm gonna say this is my one of my favorite pieces for probably all the things that I'll be showcasing. But going back to archiving my fashion, and we're talking about my silk cashmere top today.